Hello, hello, hi everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in to Sanya KE. Welcome back to another one of my sessions where I share my thoughts, opinions, and just interest in certain specific topics that are good for the general public. You can watch to get motivated or to learn a thing or two. So today I want to talk about story time again. Yeah, when I was growing up, sorry, I have a cold. There's that age you get to, especially after you're doing your high school, that you become a little bit rebellious, you're excited about life, you haven't really experienced the ups and downs of life. There's this excitement that comes with it, then you make up. Sometimes you make so many mistakes, especially if we don't listen. So today, I wanted to rant about how I wish someone could just take me back to my 10 years ago and just start over again with the kind of knowledge and experience that I have now. I wish I can go back. I would do so many things differently. So that we all don't end up regretting. We can't go backwards. Maybe there's somebody out there who just wish to, learn something. So I want to share today about things I wish I knew 10 years ago that would have made my life today better, hoping that somebody else will learn from them. And it's a wide range of things, and everybody at different points in their lives learn something or have a challenge like mine. But let me start by sharing a story. So after Form 4, I was so excited. I got into these relationships that my aunties were against. Everybody around me didn't want that relationship to work, and for that reason I felt like I have to defend the relationship, and that's why I pushed on with it. And trust me, it didn't end well. It was good for a while, but generally not good for me. Maybe because I also didn't define really what is meant by good, what would be good for me or not. So I ended up making too many mistakes, living a life that really I wasted my 20s, if I'd say that. But I really don't regret because I've learned a lot from it. But I wish I knew what I know now in terms of those kind of relationships. There's so many of us have such kind of experiences where you just say, I wish I knew differently a while back. So in terms of those relationships, the first thing that I want to say today, and if you agree or disagree, kindly just comment and let me know what your thoughts are. If you're getting into any form of relationships and people close to you, for example, if you're close with your sister or you're close with your auntie or your mother or someone is against it and are just advocating for it not to work, maybe you need to really pull back. The problem is that when my friend says it's really hard to advise a woman in love. It's one of the hardest things you can ever do. So anyway, if everybody is against it, you ought to ask yourself why, and maybe slow down on it and take a break, because usually, even if it's not bad, it's about to end bad, because I believe in the power of the tongue. And I believe that every time that everybody, especially like your mother, is spitting negativity against your relationship, trust me, even if the relationship is good, it's not going to end well, because our words are really powerful. Words are powerful. You want to start at a point where everybody is happy for you, encouraging you, motivating you, telling you do the best that you can to make it work. I'm not saying that you limit yourself to what people say, but there are certain people in your life that if they speak and when they speak, you ought to listen. So I don't know who that kind of person is in your life, but sometimes you get into these relationships and everybody, literally, especially people who really truly love you, say no, but we insist on them, and it's so painful. Because like me, I ended up becoming a mother to people that I wasn't supposed to be mothering. It was just hectic for me, and then it got to a point where now you've done wrong, you need help, but you're afraid of asking for help from people that you ignored in the first place, so you don't know how to get out of such complications. The other thing is number two. After listening to what people close to you, people that value you say, if they're not for it, maybe you need to pull back. Number two is be very, very keen on how people treat you, especially men. If a man is treating you in a certain way, women, we tend to hope that it's going to change, or something is going to change on the way, or if you love him right, he's going to stop. There's this whole series about narcissists and all things like that that touch on that, but this is not really about that. Be very much keen. I wish I was keen on noticing how people treated me, because I know I ignored very good people and pushed away very good men that would have changed my life, or would have really taken me seriously, would have treated me better. People would go to the ends of the world for me, and who really, really cared about what's going on in my life, my past, my experience. And then I probably ended up with someone who never even asked me my background, really wasn't interested in knowing who I am or how I got to where I was, because in my head I was like, that's the right person. And you end up liking such people usually if you have certain attractions. It's a whole topic on why you'd get attracted to certain people. For me, it's probably because nobody really taught me how to be treated well. I've said this before in a different video. So if someone is nice to me and treating me nicely, it scared me. It used to scare me, not in a bad way, but I never took that seriously. Like, oh, this person is probably concerned about me in a genuine way, and I would usually ignore it. So if my self now goes back 10 years, I'd really pay attention on how someone treats me. If someone is caring, listens, creates time for me, is going out of their way to find out what I like, what I don't like, to the point that they want to buy something for me, and they're really keen on making me happy, I think that's someone, regardless of what work they do, how much money they earn, that's someone I'd pay attention to now. That's someone I'd be with, because they're not with me because of anything, but they're really, really interested in who I am as a person. And usually the kind of people I ended up with were people who really did very little. I'm not sure why, but they did very little. But what I've learned is, if they're doing very little at the beginning of the relationship, most likely they'll continue like that, or they end up not doing at all at some point. And it's so painful, because now you're at a point where you're pushing them to be something they are not. They didn't define it at the beginning that's who they are. And your expectation of them, because you love them and you're doing things for them, you want them to do for you, but really that's not how it works. I wish I knew that early. I wouldn't have made the mistakes that I made today. So I hope somebody learns from this and gets to become a better person. And then these people who really cared about me, I don't know why, maybe someone can tell me, they let go so easy. I wouldn't say so easy, but you constantly push them away, you stop the communication, and it just went quietly. But the really nasty people kept on coming back, and they were really persistent, and they made efforts, and they're the ones you ended up with. So my wish would be, if you're a man and you really care about a lady, don't give up so fast. I know there's the rule that says that let them go, if they're yours, they'll come back. But personally, I wish they pushed harder. I wish they talked to me in a way, in a language I understood, like honestly and clearly, that this and this is what's going on, because that's what was lacking. So another thing is, it's okay to really analyze people. It's okay to be assertive and have your likes and dislikes right from the word go, and it's okay to say no. It's okay to reject people and just tell them I'm not interested in this relationship. Because for me, the mistakes that I made in the past, especially 10 years ago, my 10 years younger person, was being more concerned about what somebody else liked than what I like, or what made them feel bad than what made me feel bad. So I ended up at the point where it was okay for someone to hurt me, but I was really, really afraid of hurting people, in terms of maybe committing in time, or making an effort towards maybe like birthdays and things like that. Generally, my personality is that of, I really avoid confrontation. I don't like confrontation. So anytime I felt like I'm going to make you uneasy, or what I'm saying is going to annoy you, I don't say it, which is wrong. It's okay to be clear on the things you like, on your likes, dislikes, things like that. Maybe we'll talk about it and get someone to share with that. But for sure, in relationships, if I was to go back right now, 10 years, if I was just to travel back in time, I'd set my my desires, my plans, my intentions, my wishes for the relationship clear from the word go, so that if it's not working, we just don't waste each other's time. I was too afraid of saying no, I was too afraid of pushing people away, I was too afraid of letting people go, and that worked against me terribly. So again, it's okay to be assertive, it's okay to know, understand who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and to let the people that are coming into your life aware of that from the word go, and to let go if it's not working for them. It's very okay. I wish I knew that. And as I was saying, it's also okay, very okay to analyze people. Analyze people in terms of what they like. Do you like what they like? Do you have things in common? Things like, how do they dress, what do they wear, where do they come from, their backgrounds in terms of family. It's very okay. It's okay. It's very okay. I wish someone told me what I'm saying now. I wish someone told me that I should look into the nature of people before. Like, are they people like talking? Do they share? Things like that. And my life would have been much different. And I hope that as I shared this today, it's going to be of help to somebody. Remember to subscribe and share and like. Those things are going to help me grow my YouTube channel and just make me become a better person in this game. I'll keep on sharing. I'll keep on tweeting videos, but I also hope that you support me in the process. Kindly subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.